Hello, you amazing, beautiful people. How you doing? Welcome back to another monster reaction video. So, this series continues to get more and more intense, more and more wild. But now we literally got the freaking Avengers form. The only thing now we're waiting for is Ava to turn up. Ava turns up and everybody is there. So, is Ava gonna turn up? Maybe. But yeah, every single character seems to be kicking about at the moment. Everything's kicking off. Everyone's getting together. I don't know where the story's gonna go, man. I don't know. Is he gonna take out Johan? Probably not. Let's find out, shall we? Press the like button, press the subscribe button. Have an awesome freaking weekend. I'll be live tomorrow on Twitch, so make sure you guys come along to that. Link in the description. Let's jump into my first ever reaction to Monster, episode 33. What? Five kids? Well, this seems interesting.
あの時屋上で何をやっていたのかな。少しでも覚えてることをおじさんに話してくれないかな。
ちゃんとお話しなさい、マルティン。あなた、1階のひさしに当たって植木に引っかからなかったら死んでたかもしれないのよ。ちゃんと先生にお話しして。もうこれ以上こんなバカなことが続かないようにしなくちゃ。
まあ奥さん。
だってもしこの子が死んでいたら私。
いいですか、奥さん。私はお子さんのカウンセリングに来てるんです。
分かってます。分かってます。けど先生。
ちょっと外でお話ししましょう、奥さん。
This guy counsels children as well? Is that normal in the psychiatry world? I don't know too much. What's Dita doing there?
ディータ、そこでおとなしくしてるんだぞ。病室の中に入った
Is he
り
just
する
hanging
な
out
よ。
with this dude now?
先生のお孫さんですか。
いや。
How, oh yeah, of course, Dieter was told to look after him. Okay, that's why he's still holding the football as well. The last episode, he literally turned up to his house and said, Tenma asked you to look after me. So how long has passed then since then? And this doctor also looks after children as well as adults? That's interesting. I don't know too much about the psychiatry world, so I don't know if that's normal or not normal. But I will say 5 children jumping off the roof seems mighty fucking suspicious. That number is too high for a coincidence.
ちょっと預かってるんですよ。
What do you reckon? Is Dieter going in the room or not? Place your bets. My money all on yes. Or this kid's coming out. One or the other. Boom! Show me the money! I'll take that payout now. You gotta love how they always have these bandages around their heads like that. Every kid in a hospital ever in Monster has to have a full head bandage.
Yeah.
I imagine it's because they sustained a really significant injury. Falling off a freaking roof is probably gonna do that to you.
僕、ディータ。
僕はマルティン。
痛い？
何が？
その傷、その包帯の傷さ。怖かったろ？屋上から落ちた時。ダメだよ。何やってんだよ。
そこのバッグの中に靴が入ってる。取ってくれ。
何言ってるんだよ。寝てなきゃダメだよ。
靴取れよ。
Well, it seems like a bit of a dick.
どこ行くつもり？怒られるよ。
怒られたからってなんだよ。別に怒られることなんて怖くないさ。 言ってた通りだ。生き返ったら外に出てごらん。世界が変わっているよ。世界が変わったんじゃなくて僕が変わったんだ。
What?
だって僕は選ばれたんだから。
Alright, so my money's on Johan. I think Johan's doing something here. I don't know who else would have said to this kid, yo, by the way, jump off the roof. If you survive, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. If you don't survive, then it's not cool. It's not cool. You know. But the world will be cool if you survive. The world, yeah, you know how you survive not falling off a roof? Yeah, I mean, sorry, let me reword that. Do you know how to survive falling off a roof, you know? By not falling off a roof. Look at me right now. Surviving not falling off a roof. And also falling off a roof by not falling off a roof. Bro, just don't fucking jump off a roof. Do you remember when the guy went down the alleyway and that construction beam fell on his head? Is he just walking through the city now? He's just fucked off. He's actually just walked off.
世界がこんな退屈だ
Oh,
なんて。
there's a mini Johan. What the fuck?
君もおいでよ。怖いものなんかないからさ。
Don't do it, Nita. Why is no one intervening, by the way? Maybe I'm in the minority, but if I saw two really young kids just wandering around together, one of them clearly fucking injured and walking out into the street, I may probably intervene. Hey, what are you doing? What you look well injured. Where's your mummy and daddy? What's going on here? No, stay there. I'm calling somebody. No, just be like, that's totally normal. I'm sure those kids are fine, and just carry on with your fucking day. This guy looks like Freddy freaking Krueger, man.
なんてことするんだよ。
見ろよ、ほら怖がってるぜ。
やめろよ。
見ろって言ってるんだよ。死にたくないよ。助けてくれよ。いいだろう。生かしといてやろう。
This kid sucks. Okay, I don't want to be the one to say this, but has anyone seen that really cool thing on the roof? There's a really cool thing actually on the roof. I think you missed it last time you were up there, little bro. Dieter, why don't you show this dude the really cool thing on the roof? Just take him back up there, man. Take him back up there, you know? You know what's even cooler than surviving falling off a roof once? Twice. It's even cooler. This little shitbag, maybe he should, maybe I'm only joking. I'm definitely joking. That's what I said about this kid is all a joke. And Dieter should definitely not do that. Definitely not. No, Dieter, don't do that. But, you know, I'm just saying, if he was really cool, he would try it again, you know, just to see. If he really wanted to know if he was chosen, he would try it again, you know. Beating up old people and being a fucking son of a bitch.
屋上から落ちた時怖かったかって聞いたろ。怖いわけないだろ。あれは遊びなんだから。
遊びってだって何人も死んでるんだよ。
楽しいんだよ。遊びだもん。誰もいないビルの屋上のへりに2人で向かい合って立つんだ。そして目をつぶって互いに一歩一歩近づく。これは決闘なんだ。落ちようが何をしようが生き残れば勝ちだ。
なんでそんなこと。
運命と賭けをするのさ。生き残った方は選ばれたものだ。言ってる意味わかんないかな。
It doesn't even make it. No, it makes no
生
sense.
き残った方はまた遊びができるんだよ。
遊びって
That's the shittest
世界
game.
がつまらないからさ。
See, this is why PlayStations were invented. This is kids before PlayStations. Alright, look at these fucking kids, man. This is why the world needs PlayStations.
楽しいぞ。運命に選ばれた者だけが遊び続けることができるんだ。
Dieter, just take his crutch away from him.
わからないか？君は僕らの仲間かと思ったよ。来いよ。
No,
見せて。
because Dieter actually is,
見てわからなかった
Has a
ら
brain.
本当のバカってことさ。
unlike you or whatever the fuck is under that bandage, ain't no brain. Maybe his head is completely missing. What is
おい
what is Dieter actually
屋
doing
上に
here?
行くつもりじゃ
Is Dieter an idiot?
選ばれた者、優秀な者が生き残る。
I hate to say this, but I feel like this kid could be overpowered fairly easily. Dieter's doing nothing. Dieter just letting this all happen? What is the point in Dieter even being there? He might as well just fuck off at this point. If he's not going to intervene in any kind of way, just go away. There's literally 0 point. If I'm following someone around, like, hey, don't commit those crimes. You shouldn't be committing those crimes. What are you doing? What is the point of me even being there? I might as well fuck off. I'm not doing anything to help the situation.
あの人
Just walk away.
あの人って
この遊びを教えてくれた人さ。
Oh,
誰なの
I wonder who he is.
仲間だよ。僕ら優秀な子供たちの。
Who do we know who would suggest a game like this who hangs around with children?
僕
Santa Claus?
いいから
No.
来いってば。
話してよ
君ならわかるはずだ。来い。
やめて
誰にやられた？その傷。君の親かい。
Oh, this kid
こんなこと
sucks,
されて
man.
も奴らの側にいるつもり？こんなことされてもまだくだらない世界に埋もれているつもり？来いよ、来て見てみろよ。
Is Dieter just the weakest kid ever? I hate to say it, but Dieter, like, what the fuck, man?
どうだい、ここからの眺めは。どんな気分だい？
This is the weirdest episode of Monster yet. I don't like this episode at all.
立てよ。
This episode just makes no
何
sense.
怖がってるんだ。立って目をつぶって歩いてみろよ。立ってよ。
So let's explain the premise of this episode. Let's have Dieter just completely listen to whatever this random kid he's just met says. For no reason. Other than just cuz. And let's also have this random kid who was injured after falling off a roof somehow navigate through an entire damn fucking city where no one intervenes despite the fact he's clearly injured, wearing hospital clothes, and has a broken fucking leg and whatever head injury he's got, as well as using a crutch. Let's have him walk through a damn city, no one intervenes, his mum doesn't seem to want to go look for him, no one gives a fuck, nothing's happening. Meanwhile, Dieter just listening to this damn kid, and they end up on a damn roof. Let's just have this episode happen. Why? Why? Because this episode makes no sense. Neither does the game.
分かったよ
Neither does the game. There's no, I hate to say it, because the idea of writing this just, like, this whole story makes no sense. You're telling me that Johan is a manipulative son of a bitch, and it's clearly him who's done this. You're telling me he's able to convince children to just do this? That part is, maybe, you know, but it's very, like, ambiguous.
君の言ってることはよくわかるよ
Dieter, just please, for the love of God, just act normal.
世界は真っ暗だと思ってた明日は真っ暗だと思ってた
For an anime that's written
君
so
は
well.
何が好物だ僕はこの前とっても美味しいソーセージを食べたでも死んだらもう二度と食べられなくなる
臆病者。
僕はサッカーが好きだでも死んだらボール蹴れなくなる
弱虫。
ライギワイン先生が好きだ秘書のメレスさんも優しい人だでも死んだら会えなくなる怖いものなんかなくならないだから大人になるんだって言ってた明日はいい日だって天馬が言ってた
I 100% agree. A coward isn't someone who mindlessly does stupid shit or puts their life on the line and risks it for no fucking reason other than the idea of something slightly better on the other side of that. That's not a coward. A coward is... I don't even know what a coward is, but I can tell you what bravery is. Bravery is honesty. It is being completely open and honest with yourself even when people don't like it. Bravery is living your life saying the truth. That's being brave, you know?
死んだら
Dita is brave,
死んだ
not
ら
a
テ
coward.
ーマに会えなくなる。
Why risk something important? It's just stupid. Let him go, man. Let him go.
Ah, 当てちゃダメだ。ゆっくり膝ついて。なれないよ。
僕はヨハンみたいになれない。
ヨハ
ヨハンはもっとすごい遊びをしてるんだ。ヨハンはもうすぐ殺されるって言ってた。もうすぐ日本人に撃ち殺されるって言ってた。
I'll tell you what. If Monster halfway through kills off the main villain and succeeds in somehow making the story interesting the whole way through, it will succeed where another anime, and I'm not going to say it because I don't want to spoil it, failed. There's no way Tenma kills Johan. Ava's in the town as well. And I don't think there's any way Johan even dies, but I am curious after what that kid just said. Because that sounds like, is it part of Johan's plan then?
屋上の端っこ歩いたんだ。本当だよ。ちゃんと歩いたんだ。ちっとも怖くなかったよ。それで目を開けたら向こうから歩いてきてるはずのヨアヒムが消えてたんだ。見たんだよ。人が死ぬ瞬間をこの目で見たんだ。本当に人は死ぬんだ。
So fucked up.
お茶どうぞ。
どうも。
まったくこの子ったら自分が何やったか分かってないみたいなの。この子は生きてたからよかったけど、亡くなったヨアヒムの親御さんの気持ちを思うと。あなたからも一言言ってやってくださいね。あなたの言うことならこの子を聞くみたいだから。
Honestly, that whole conversation is a big fucking no on my part. Are you kidding me? Are you, as a parent? Am I crazy? As a parent, are you kidding me? If my kid did this, are you kidding me? That's not how I would be reacting at all. Not even a little bit. Are you serious? My word, man. Oh my word. My voice would be at 2 decibels higher for like at least 10 years of that kid's life. Every time I talk, get your fucking cloak, like every time. Literally, I mean, my anger would be on another level if you like, damn. This kid sucks too. Johan is raising a bunch of fucking
何か
dickheads.
持ってきてあげるよ。
本当？
漫画は禁止でも絵本とかならいいんだろ。
Isn't that literally a comic?
本か。そんなの
That's
つまんない
literally a
よ。
comic book. That's the same thing in a way.
ねえ、この前言ってたすごい遊びはまだなの？もうすぐ撃ち殺されるかもしれないって言ってたじゃないか。ドキドキするよ。いつ頃なの？いつその日本人は撃ってくるの？ねえ、ヨハン。
Johan, you're about to get shot and killed. That sounds crazy and awesome. Tell me a little bit about that. Ha ha ha. What the fuck? This episode is fucking stupid, man. What even is this? Who wrote the dialogue for this episode? I don't like this episode, I'm gonna be honest. For an anime that I have a lot of love for, this episode is the weakest one I've seen in a
荒野
long
の
time.
狼の初版本。
Weird
そ
episode.
してこれはホフマンの夜の画集の初版本。ゲーテ詩集も全巻揃っている。なんともはや。
See, the thing is, this episode implies a load of things that just don't make sense for me. It implies, one, Johan is able to completely manipulate and control all of these kids, every single one of them. So damn well, to the point where they not only listen to him, but enjoy what they're doing. Meaning that he has completely rewired these children to think this game is cool, think this game is fun, want to take part in this game, be excited about doing it, not care about their friends being killed or dying, and then also not tell their parents anything about this game. And Johan has the ability to make every single kid do that, which is a damn superpower. Which, if we're looking at this anime from a realistic perspective, that's just total bollocks. But if we look at it from an anime perspective, sure. Let's just say Johan is somehow superhuman manipulative abilities, even with children, that is able to completely rewire every single child's mind. And we don't even know how many it's done. But if 5 children are dead, then we would argue that it's at least 10 children who have been affected by this, and not a single one of them has told anyone about it, and all seems excited about it. Doesn't make any sense to me. That whole premise is so vague and morally grey, and because Monster feels very realistic, I find it hard to attach myself to the idea of Johan being able to literally brainwash people, even though we've seen him do that in the past, but being able to do it to such a degree that not one of them even mentions one thing to anyone else and thinks it's a good idea. And also to the point where they think him dying and being killed is a good idea. Someone they're supposed to like and respect, and they think that's fun and cool, and they think it's a game. I feel like whoever wrote this isn't a parent. Because this just isn't how kids think. It's very bizarre.
ミュンヘン大学フリードリッヒ・エマヌエル校図書館館長の私でさえ目のくらむような蔵書ですな。私は大学へ行けずに独学でここまで来た人間だ。せめて本だけでも読んでおこうと思った結果だよ。これだけの蔵書を私どもの図書館に寄贈していただけるとは、いや感謝の言葉もございません。私は目が見えなくなり、もはや読むことができない。この書斎で眠らせているより、学生たちの手元にある方がためになるだろう。はい、貴重な本の数々ですが、一般閲覧も考えております。ああ、そうそう、保管場所も決まっておりますし、
In my bedroom.
セレモニーの件もありますの
I want to see them as I sleep.
ぜひ当図書館の方でご相談を。
警備の方はシューバルト氏が世間に出られるようになってから物騒な連中の動きが気になります。招待客のチェックはくれぐれも厳重にお願いします。そうだな。
Kind of ironic how this guy is saying that when the most evil son of a bitch anyone's ever experienced the presence of being in just walks in behind him. Hey, you make sure you check your security and make sure everyone is safe. Isn't that right? It's Captain Evil Satan Man himself. Yes, that's right. We should definitely do that. Now, Johan, that's a trustworthy guy. We should listen to him.
Johan.
He hangs out with children all day.
この蔵書寄贈を思いついたヨハンとカールが図書館へ行って下見するのがいいだろう。館長のゲールマンです。よろしく。
I love that Johan's like so damn
Yosk.
pale. He's literally like a ghost, man. He's just freaky ass fucking force ghost wandering around as tainting people. Bro is the true human embodiment of a Sith Lord.
ここがシューバルト氏の蔵書を収める部屋となる。一般の閲覧者はここまでは入れない。君たちも来たことがないだろう。保存に最適な温度、湿度はもちろん、盗難、火災に関しても万全だ。
すごい本の数々だ。人類の財産だな、ヨハン。
人類の財産か。
そしてこちらの中央ホールで蔵書寄贈のセレモニーを行う予定だ。執事の方がおっしゃっていた通り、警備には万全を期するので、シューバルト氏にも。
You know the interesting thing is, you could argue that from some perspective, if Johan is able to completely manipulate an adult's mind, that a child's mind would be even easier. But I would say it's the complete opposite. Getting a child to completely believe and understand anything is actually more difficult than an adult. And again, if you're like a teacher or a guardian or a freaking carer or a parent, you're gonna know that. I'm curious to know, because I reckon I'm probably gonna get some comments saying like that I'm wrong in this, and I would say like maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, you could argue, oh, we've seen Johan demonstrate such incredible abilities in manipulating people up until this point that it makes sense that he would be able to properly manipulate children this way, to be thinking like this, right? And you could use that as an argument. And oh, the child's mind is so easily influenced, blah blah blah, especially these kids being so young, blah 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 blah. But to have that logic, you need to completely disregard any outside influence and say that Johan's voice is the only voice the children are ever going to listen to ever, despite their parents raising them and being in their lives all the damn time, and them seeing Johan, once a day, once a week, however long they see him, and somehow that's strong enough to manipulate him, and he has that ability, you know? And on top of that, you also have to do that from an outsider's perspective, because as a parent, it's completely different. So I'm curious to see what people... I imagine people without kids are going to lean a lot more heavily to believing that it's possible. People with kids are going to be like, no, there's no way you'd be able to convince a child to do all these things.
安心してきていただきたい。
Never mind 10.
ええ。父も喜んで出席すると思います。な、ヨハン。
Maybe a teenager, but I don't know how old these kids are. If they're under 10, no, it's not happening, man. They would tell someone. What's Johan looking for? Curious.
どうしたヨハン？
ちょっと失礼します。
Just takes a huge dump right there on the floor. I thought that'd be kind of funny. Don't know why, but that library's giving me Code Geass vibes.
何かお探しですか？
Yes, I'm looking for some children.
友達のために何かいい絵本はないかと。
お友達？
Have you heard of it? It's called The Seven Gates of Hell.
友達です。
It's called Dante's
そうね。
Inferno.
じゃあこれなんかいかがかしら？ね？素敵な絵でしょ？
ああ、いいですね。
But do you have anything with decapitated
でも
heads?
少し大人っぽいかな。
Maybe birds
あ。
being eaten?
お友達って大人の方じゃなくて？それじゃあこれはどうかしら？いけない。あ、どうもすみません。
Yes, he is so kind. Look at him. So kind. Ah, man.
私おっちょこちょいでいつもこんな調子なんです。
Such a handsome, kind man. Look at him. Wow. Johan.
あ、そうそうこれ。私の
Why has that book got the Friends? that's the logo from the Friends TV show. That's hilarious. You know what? I just realized people are going to be saying like Johan was able to manipulate Luke through the screen as a non-real character, but Luke can't believe that he would manipulate young children. I bet someone's going to... I already said it. You can't write it now, okay? You can't write it.
おすすめの絵本なんですけど、それが気に入ったんですか？あら、いい絵ね。誰の本かしら？ちょっと失礼。エミル・シェーベ？モラビア出版。チェコのプラハにある出版社ね。チェコにはいい絵本作家がたくさ
Isn't
ん
that
い
where
ま
they're
すから
supposed to be
ね。
from when they cross in
で
the
も
Czech border or
シェーベっ
something?
て作家は聞いたことないわね。あまり有名じゃない人かしら。
Johan's twitching.
どうなさったの？
Johan was found crossing the Czech border, right? That's the story of Johan? Wasn't that the story of them? Also, his voice kind of reminds me of the snake dude from
今
Naruto.
年の夏の暑さときたら、ひどいもんだ。
I don't know what that says. But yes, I do. I speak German. That says Hans book donation ceremony. Something. There you go. So Johan that's got to be something that from Johan's past then. Maybe like a parent or a relative or even him or something, right? Is this Tenma? What's he doing? Yeah, it's not a bad place.
ここから彼を
Sure, why not? Inside, less witnesses, there's a private room. Oh, we got a new ending! We got a new ending! We got a new ending, guys! Even though these are totally fucking pointless and you get like 2 images. Yep. Okay. I don't know if I would personally go to take out Johan inside of a building. I gotta stop saying things. It just makes me sound really dodgy. Surely outside would be better. No? Way more rooms to escape. Then again, if you shoot inside of the building, the bullet has less noise to travel, especially if you do it in old, strong building. Meaning that maybe no one will hear the shot, gives you plenty of time to go, especially in a private, secluded library room that is not available to the public, meaning that no one's going to come in and disturb you. Maybe gives you a few hours before the body is found, so yeah, maybe it could be a good idea, actually. I have no idea what is going on in the background at all, but we got a lot more images, but fuck knows what any of them mean. This big dude's got a crossbow now. Is that just supposed to represent, like, showcase that he's just infecting everybody? Is this supposed to showcase kind of Johan's manipulatism or something like that, and the monster within everybody, and how that monster can be brought out by influence, you know, that sort of thing? Because Monster obviously is about the monster within people, you know, and maybe it's supposed to showcase Johan as this force that goes around bringing that monster out of people, you know, it takes a little bit of tweaking, shoving, pushing. You know, a few words here, a few little, you know, belly rubs there, and boom, suddenly these people are happy and comfortable and ready to go kill. And obviously, it would make sense for Johan to have an attachment to children, considering his orphanage background, his foster sort of family background, and on top of that, the idea of being able to manipulate people, a child is, and this is true, even despite what I've said, is easier to manipulate than an adult in certain situations, right? Obviously, you know? I mean, just think about it in a belief system, you know? A lot of the things children believe in. An adult has like a more logical presence in their mind, so for them, belief is an easy way to sort of goad someone into doing something, you know? I don't want to say too much because my kids are in the house, but you know what I mean, right? So from that regard, sure, maybe that's why Johan attaches himself to children. I don't know, maybe he's building himself an army, could also be that. I like to believe it's that. I think Johan is building himself a giant army that he wants to take over the world with, and obviously he wants to do it, you know, child army style. Probably my least favorite episode in a while. I didn't like for me, the main thing that I did not like is not the idea of it's not even the idea of Johan being able to control the kids, because I feel like I can wrap my head around that. The main thing I didn't like is the idea of this child just wandering through a city and being completely untouched, unintervened, just no one caring at all, despite the fact the child is clearly injured, just wandering through a city, just literally like that. Left the hospital with no issues, no one looking, nothing like that. Literally no problems. This injured kid was just able to walk out of a hospital, no one stopped him, wander through a city, climb up on a building, and do the same thing again. All of that with what? Broken leg, busted head, and how many other injuries? Literally on a crutch to walk. And meanwhile, Dieter didn't do anything. Dieter just let it happen. Dieter didn't go get anyone. Dieter just listened to him. It just sounds odd, you know? But then at the end, Dieter was like saying, no, you're wrong. But why didn't Dieter say that earlier? Dieter let it get to that point before Dieter intervened. All of that felt wrong. It felt like a scene that they wanted to be like this dramatic scene, but had no idea of how to justify it. So they were like, oh, you know, Dieter's this innocent, quiet kid. He would just let it happen. But I don't think he would. Everything we've seen of Dieter so far, Dieter has like a bit of like a hero in him, you know, especially with his role model being Tenma. I don't think Dieter would have at all let it get that far. I don't think Dieter would have even let that kid leave the room. And I don't think Dieter would have listened to him and just got his shoes and just obeyed him. That feels really out of character for what we've seen of Dieter, how like strong-headed he is, how like much of like this hero sort of idea he is, even when like the city was like being in trouble of burning down, and how Dieter was like involved in it so heavily. There's no way. So I feel like that was very out of character for Dieter. And on top of that, I feel like it was very, like, unrealistic to presume that this kid could just fucking just wander around the city without anyone intervening, you know? Or even saying anything. Just seemed very bizarre. So that was my main issue. The second half of this episode was just as good as the rest of Monster has been. First half of this episode felt very weakly written. Maybe you guys disagree with me. That's fine. I'll read the comments. Maybe I missed something. Who knows? But yeah, overall, very curious to see how Tenma executes this. I don't think he's going to shoot Johan. I don't think he's even going to pull the trigger. He absolutely is not going to kill him. So if that's the case, then does Johan die? If so, who does it? And then if not, where do we go from there? I guess we'll find out soon. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And that's about it from me, my friends. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And as always, you right there will see me in the next video.